Anna glanced at the clock. 5:45 p.m. Another day dragging on in the gray office where she had been working for almost a year. She sighed, pondering how she ended up here. Just 18 months ago, she was the star student at New Horizons College, with perfect grades and a bright future ahead. Her dream? Medicine at the University of Cambridge, one of the most prestigious institutions in the world. But dreams don't always follow the script we plan, do they? Anna, could you print these reports before you leave? Her boss's voice brought her back to reality. Of course, Mrs. Martinez, she replied automatically, swallowing her frustration. As the printer hummed, Anna found herself reminiscing about the day of her Cambridge interview. The nervousness, the unexpected questions, the overwhelming feeling of being unprepared. Why do you want to be a doctor? They asked, and for the first time in her life, Anna didn't have a rehearsed answer. The memory of that day still stung. She had spent years preparing for that moment, sacrificing weekends and holidays, forgoing parties and school trips, all for a dream that seemed to slip through her fingers in a matter of minutes. Now, stuck in this temporary job, she wondered if she had made the right choice by taking a gap year. Her parents supported the decision, but she could see the concern in their eyes. It's just for a year, she promised. I'll gain experience and try again. But life has a funny way of changing our plans, doesn't it, folks? If you've ever felt lost or questioned your choices, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your stories. The only ray of sunshine in Anna's routine was her volunteer work at Hope Community Center. Twice a week, she traded spreadsheets and phone calls for smiles and life stories that touched her deeply. Here, among people facing real challenges, Anna felt a sense of purpose that had eluded her in her pursuit of academic perfection. It was on one of these afternoons at the center that Anna met Mrs. Clark, a 78-year-old woman battling Parkinson's disease. Despite her condition, Mrs. Clark's eyes sparkled with life and wisdom. "My dear," Mrs. Clark said, holding Anna's hand with surprising strength, "life is too short not to do what we love." Those words hit Anna like lightning. They're helping real people with real problems. She felt something that no perfect grade had ever given her. The satisfaction of making a tangible difference in someone's life was incomparable to any academic achievement. As she helped Mrs. Clark with her physiotherapy exercises, Anna's mind wandered. Did her dream of studying medicine at Cambridge still make sense? Was it the prestige she was after, or the ability to help people? For the first time, she allowed herself to consider that maybe, just maybe, there could be other paths to her goal. With the university application deadline approaching, Anna found herself facing a dilemma. Should she persist in her Cambridge dream or consider new paths? The thought of letting go of her long-held ambition was terrifying, but the idea of finding a new direction was equally exhilarating. After much deliberation, she decided to apply to 3 universities. Cambridge, of course, but also to Central University, closer to home, and to the innovative new Aurora College of Health Sciences. Each choice represented a different potential future, and Anna felt both excited and overwhelmed by the possibilities. As she filled out her application forms, Anna realized how much she had matured over the past year. Her experiences at work and volunteering gave her a perspective that many freshmen wouldn't have. She wrote passionately about how she learned the importance of organization in the office and empathy at the community center. In her personal statement, Anna found herself writing not just about her academic achievements, but about the lessons she'd learned from Mrs. Clark and the other people at the community center. She wrote about resilience, compassion, and the importance of human connection in healthcare. As the words flowed, Anna felt a sense of authenticity that had been missing from her previous application. "Anna, aren't you coming?" called Mark, her coworker. She looked at the clock. 6:30 p.m. Lost in thought, she hadn't even noticed the time passing. "I'm on my way," she replied, putting the forms in her bag. On the crowded tube ride home, Anna reflected on her journey. A year ago, she would have been devastated by the thought of not going to Cambridge. Now, she felt a strange mix of uncertainty and excitement about the future. What if Cambridge University was no longer her destiny? What if her true calling was closer than she imagined? The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Anna continued her routine between the office and the community center, but now with a renewed sense of purpose. Each day of volunteering reinforced her passion for helping others, but also made her question whether the traditional path through Cambridge was really necessary. She found herself paying more attention to the doctors and nurses who visited the community center. Anna observed their interactions with patients, their problem-solving skills, and their ability to provide comfort in difficult situations. She realized that these were the skills she wanted to develop, regardless of which university she attended. Anna also started to research the programs at Central University and New Aurora College. She was surprised to find that both offered unique opportunities that even Cambridge couldn't match. Central University had a strong community outreach program, while New Aurora was pioneering innovative approaches to medical education. On a rainy Wednesday morning, as Anna was helping Mrs. Clark with her exercises, her phone vibrated 3 times in quick succession. Her heart raced as she saw the senders: Cambridge, Central, and New Aurora. Invitations for interviews. It was time to make a decision that could change everything. Anna shared the news with Mrs. Clark, who smiled warmly. "Remember, dear," she said, "the path you choose is less important than how you walk it. Follow your heart, and you'll never go wrong." As Anna left the community center that day, she felt a mix of emotions: excitement for the opportunities ahead, nervousness about the interviews, and a strange sense of calm. Whatever happened, she knew she had grown immensely over the past year. She was no longer the same girl who had frozen in her Cambridge interview. So, guys, what would you do in Anna's place? Would you continue pursuing the dream of an elite university like Cambridge, or give a different path a chance? Leave your opinions in the comments. Anna's journey reminds us that success isn't always a straight path. Sometimes the detours and unexpected turns lead us to where we're meant to be. As you listen to this story, think about your own goals and dreams. Are you open to new possibilities? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the outcome of this exciting journey. Anna's story is far from over, and I'm sure many of you will identify with the challenges she's about to face. After all, who hasn't felt lost between dreams and reality? Who hasn't questioned if they're on the right path? Anna's journey is a bit of all of our journeys. To be continued. Remember, listening to stories like this is a great way to improve your English skills. Pay attention to the vocabulary and expressions used. Can you spot any new words or phrases? Share them in the comments and let's learn together. What do you think will happen next in Anna's story? Will she choose Cambridge, or will she surprise us all with a different decision? Stay tuned for the next part, and don't forget to practice your English by discussing your predictions in the comments.